Where do you think that need to compete, that desire to want to go and do a competition? And I mean, I've heard it from clients in the gym, like if I'm not training for something, like if I don't have this like 5K that I'm, preparing for, or I'm not like playing, in a beer league, soccer or whatever it might be, like what's the point? Why even do it? Like I need that competition to keep me on track. Why do people feel that?
Gosh, I don't know. I think, trying to not be on like the right or wrong side, I would be very steadfast in saying that it is wrong if someone says, I need to compete at the end of this thing because it gives me a reason to exercise, not even train, like just exercise and move my body. So, if a coach is working with a client and that client's like, I want to do the turkey trot, and the only reason I want to do the turkey trot over Thanksgiving, the 5K, is because it'll keep me motivated to move on a daily basis. It's like, yeah, that's noble and all, but we don't believe that. Like we believe that you should do fitness because it's just a way of life. It's a part of life, so on and so forth. So if it's like I need to compete to keep me going on a day to day, what happens when they're like, I don't want to compete anymore? We're almost setting them up for failure because now we're saying it's okay to feel that way, but you always need to be like looking forward to this competition to be capable or able to move your body on a day-to-day basis, whether that's in the gym or outside of the gym. So I think that's one piece of it. Another piece would be the person that used to compete in something and they just miss it.
Yeah.
Like they used to be an athlete. They used to play a team sport. They did it for a long period of time, or an individual sport, whatever it was. They competed. They have like this hiatus. They get into fitness and they're like, I love this. This is really cool. I want that feeling back. It's like, are they training on a day-to-day basis just to compete, or exercising on a day-to-day basis just to compete? Go to example A. But if not, I think that's fine, right? It's like they're filling this void. They miss it. It's something that they really love to do. But they should understand that they can't do that for the rest of their lives, depending on what they're doing. Some things you can do for the rest of your lives. And then you have the person that has never competed in anything. They never considered themselves an athlete, and they get into whatever this new thing is that they're doing. And they're like, oh my gosh, like I want to fill that void of never being an athlete in my life because this feels really good. I never thought I'd be able to do something like this. It's like if they're capable of doing it, they can recover from it. It's not going to do all the things that we just talked about. It's like, that's awesome too. So I think those are the big three. The piece that you mentioned where it's like someone needs to have that on the calendar so they can have something to train for, which I'm like, yeah, let's not do that. Or the person that like used to compete in something and now they want to compete in something because they miss it. Or the person that never competed in anything and they're like, I feel able now. I feel like I can compete in this thing. Now I want to do it.
Competition should probably not be the end goal. It's okay if it's there and something that people enjoy as like, little goals along the way. Like I'm preparing for this thing. I had a really good experience and then I go back to my regular life and then we did it again for this thing. But it shouldn't be like the one reason that someone's exercising. That should be in the context of the fact we're trying to create healthy behaviors around exercise for the rest of your life, and maybe some casual competition can fit inside of that as well.
Yeah, so if it's casual competition, I would tell that person like you're actually not competing in it. You're just participating in this event.
Yeah.
That's it. Because competing says that you're going to win. Mm-hmm. Like I'm competing against other people because I want to beat them. Not I'm participating in it, but I'm not okay with not winning, right? Like a competitor is never okay with not winning, ever. So I think the language around it is really important. So I would call it casual participation, not casual competition, no matter what the hell the people that are putting the thing on call it. That would be casual participation in an event.
I think like sitting down with that person and asking them what they get out of it is really important as well. Because do they say they want to win? Like, is that the thing that comes out of their mouth when you ask them what gets you really, really fired up about playing this like softball game with your team on a Friday evening? And if it is like to win, then maybe there's some more conversation that needs to happen around that and like realistic goals.
Listen to what you said though. You said play in this softball game, right? That's different. They're playing. They're just going out and playing and having a good time. When people go out, let's say like someone signs up for a BJJ tournament, they're not like, oh, I'm gonna go play BJJ.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that's a huge
Gonna rip your fucking head off.
Yeah, that's a huge difference, right? So even in that, it was really clear. It's like, yeah, I'm going to go play this thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's participating. That's
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
and
yeah.
participating is a lot different than competing. Yeah, I just think back, when I played sports and competed in fitness, and like I never thought about, oh, I'm just gonna go and have a really good time, and whatever happens, happens. I never thought that. Even when I wanted to think that, in some instances, toward the latter end, like when it was like a go time, it was never, oh, okay, yeah, it's whatever. It was like, on the line, gotta go. It's like, and that's why I couldn't do it. Well, that's why I can't do it now, because I would hurt myself, because I can't just like dabble in something competition wise. I can like participate in things, but I can't just dabble.